couple of other problems we're going to try to stamp out. You know, new players re-rolling their account, starting over again is probably the biggest problem right now, right? So if you're minding your own business, you're at level 3 in Warcraft 3, yay, I'm level 3, I'm playing, and then suddenly you get scouted by a wisp, and you're like, uh-oh, who's this guy, right? And sure enough, it's some level 29 guy who just wanted to reset his character and is just sweeping, you know, a bloody swath of destruction through the lower ranks, right? Until he gets back up to his whatever level he wants to be at. So we're going to look at trying to limit that, prevent players from doing that. So when you're playing against other players of your skill level, it really is that way almost every time, right? Or hopefully every time. We'll see.
And you'll go up, obviously, if you're better, you're going to meet tougher and tougher.
Yeah, until you hit that 50-50, right? Okay. And so if you suddenly figure something out, you become a much better player, then you'll advance. Right? And we'll go, whoa, you seem to be winning a lot of games. Okay, you're 50-50 again, right? Yeah. You're back in the pool. So you have a little spurt there, and then you'll go up in rank, and you'll be, you know, appropriately showed on the ladder and all that.
Will we be able to play on the map of the battle reports on the final game? The different maps?
The maps that we're showing?
Report. Yes.
Oh, yeah, those are going to be all in the game. Yeah. Yeah, those will very likely be in the beta. In fact, that is probably the final map list for the beta.
Okay.
But we'll see if we get a chance to add in a couple more. We might. We generally keep the beta map list kind of small because we want to try out a bunch of different map types, small maps, big maps, maps with different kinds of watchtower placement, right? So we've got some representative maps in there right now to see what people like, and we don't want so many maps that it could affect our balance because map is so key to game balance, right? Map is almost controlling on game balance. So we got 20 maps. And somebody said, well, I'm getting destroyed by Zergo. Which map? This map. Oh, which map is that again? Right? Like, we don't want to have so many maps that it sort of makes balance more difficult. So we keep the list small. And then once we feel like the balance is good and we know what kind of maps people like to play on, we make a bunch of those and we'll go wide. Right?
And how many maps do you plan to have in the finals?
I don't even know. Like, I say we're, in terms of maps that I've seen in the build now that I feel like if we artified we could ship with, I think we're well over 25.
And that we will ship with, not beta?
No, not beta. It'll be something more like this.
5 or something,
yeah. 5 or 6 maps. The final count will, I imagine, be well over 25. I don't want to say much more because I don't know if some of those maps might go later on. That one sucks. And we'll cut it and something be back to it. That would be my minimum goal. I think it's much more likely it will be the 30 plus, but we'll see.
Speaking of like single player and campaign mode and stuff, would it be possible? I've heard you can use at least the like the story modes and the story mode templates when you're making your own maps. Would it be possible to like make your own campaign similar to what you've been doing in story mode, where you actually buy things and like at advanced
level? You would be able to modify the whole thing. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So like a mod thing, or can you use the map editor to do that?
Map editor.
You can. The
map editor controls everything that's in our story mode space. Story mode space is a map. It's a game map. So you can open that map and you can move the characters around and you can change what the upgrades cost and change what the upgrades are. I won't say it's not insanely complicated. It's insanely complicated, right? But you can definitely do it. And it's in our scripting language. It would just be, it's just a lot of work.
It's possible to do then, so you can do it like multiplayer. You can actually go with a friend in the same story and like actually progress between the maps.
Don't know how easy it would be to do co-op. Theoretically, I believe you probably could, but we'd have to really check with one of the engineers to see how practical that would be. It's certainly something we want to support, and if it's something we don't support, we'd be looking at it down the road, right? So, yeah, I don't know. We have to find out about that.
Is there like trigger switches to change? I've heard there are different animations between multiplayer and single player. Could you actually change the animations with triggers?
We're mostly using the same animations for multiplayer and single player. We have different units, obviously. I don't think like the Marine is any different between the two.
I thought the death animations slightly, for instance, they were more advanced in the series. I've heard this anyway.
No, we're free to do so if we want. And I may have punted 1 or 2 animations that were too insane for multiplayer, too single player, but I can't think of any unit right now that's actually doing that, right? Like, well, I mean, certainly for like custom units, like if we have like, oh, I don't know, like a hero Thor, like in one of the levels, which we do, right? That would be something that we might do something really silly for when it dies, like just things and flying and oh my god, right? Like, and it goes on for 10 minutes. Like, we might do that. We would never do it in multi, but like the units that are shared between the two all have the same animations.
We're entering into the last minutes of the interview, so if you guys have your last question.
Okay. In Warcraft 3 there was a reward system. What can we expect from StarCraft 2 in
which system?
Reward.
A reward?
A reward.
A reward system.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, it's fine. We're still looking at it. Like we
Okay.
want to do. Obviously, the minimum is at least what we've seen before in Warcraft 3. But we have some plans for some more stuff. But I don't know what's going to make ship. I don't know what shape it's going to take as we get closer. I'm really sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Julien, you have a question?
A very interesting one.
Okay. I'm ready.
At the end of the last battle report,
Uh-huh.
number 3, you can see an immortal that like goldfish. In the
In the portrait,
So-
The immortal's goldfish.
what that immortal
Yes.
give to eat to his goldfish?
Oh my god, the stupid goldfish. Alright, so the goldfish for the immortal is supposed to be a rare animation that plays, right? And it plays all the time. Like, it never stops playing. It's supposed to be a little joke. The artist just hid it in there. Like, you're supposed to be like immortal. You don't see anything. And if you keep it selected, you click it a bunch of times, then a goldfish swims by, right? Because he's all wrapped up in a tank inside the thing. Like, he's a crippled Protoss warrior like they were in Dragoons, right? But it's bug and it plays like 100% of the time right now. So. Immortal lives with a goldfish, apparently. That's what's going on.
What's the name of the goldfish?
I don't know. Herbie. There you go. Herbie the goldfish. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. What else?
Favorite color, animal, and food?
My favorite color, animal, and food? Okay. It's a little weird, kind of creepy. Blue. Tiger. Curry.
All right, cool.
How's that?
Well, thank you guys.